Welcome to the Covid-19 Daily Update. I'm Pat O'Melia. It's coronavirus all the time. Today I start my day taking my temperature. It was 98.2. Only once in the whole time was I up to like 100. And it's like shocking when you have that moment. Disinfected the studio when I got here. We're in the HMG studios in North Bergen. Did the desk, did the cameras, did the keyboards. I even got hand sanitizer now in here. We're Corona's on the job here. For that matter, I got this stuff. We ordered it from Amazon a good 4 weeks ago. Came directly from China. For that matter, everything on the label is in Chinese, outside of the number, 75% alcohol. I did my own hair, cut my own hair with my trimmer. It looks like I cut it myself, but I was getting a little too shabby. But a lot of positive signs coming out from the coronavirus. We're kind of flattening the curve. The numbers are going down. The graphs are going down. It becomes a time when we seriously need to start about reopening the country. Yeah, you can do it as a rolling. You don't have to. New York City, we may have to give them a little time. Jersey City, we're real close, so we may need a little time. But the rest of the country, there are points in this country where they got the coronavirus, but not to the level of Jersey City or New York City, and they can open. For that matter, cough, that's bad, but fever is the main thing. That was really a clearing my throat cough, so don't get worried. You can't get contaminated over the air. When I show you the New York map, I give you an idea of it. Really, in New York, it's all concentrated in New York City. But let's go on with the show here. With all these numbers we're going to talk about, keep in mind 96% of all the COVID-19 cases are mild. For that matter, it's even getting questionable about the death numbers, because now they're almost classifying anybody pass away right now as COVID-19. So keep that in the back of your mind. In the fine United States of America, we got 606,800 cases. It's a population of about 331, so numbers-wise, we're really not that bad. Recovered, we've got 38,820 people have recovered. That is a plus of 1,505 from yesterday. Positive numbers. We have lost 26,065 American citizens. Keep in mind, all of them probably had underlying medical issues, because 96% of these cases are mild. 4% are serious. For that matter, the serious numbers in the United States is 13,473. Divide that by the 50 states, you're not doing that bad. And I've been monitoring Christ Hospital in Jersey City Medical Center here. There's room at the end. There are beds available. There are ventilators available. It looks like we're going to be able to skate around the situations they have in New York. But even in New York, ICU numbers are down, beds are available. The Comfort, the ship they brought in, underutilized. The Javits Center, underutilized. Fortunately, they didn't need all those beds, and hopefully it stays that way. New Jersey, we, as of about 10 minutes ago, we had 68,824 cases. We have suffered 2,805 deaths statewide. Let's see the Jersey map. For that matter, hold on, put the U.S. map up first, John. I should have called for that. There's the fine United States of America. That big red blot up there in the Northeast is us, New York City, New Jersey. Actually, if you've seen the president's press conferences, they're actually listing Jersey City on there now. And after you get out of there, you have some hot spots. You got Chicago there, you got Louisiana, California, but nothing to the extent of New York, New Jersey. Now, the rest of the country, as you can see, we can start opening them up. You got to practice the social distancing, protect who could be susceptible to that, the nursing homes, the elderly. but we can start rolling the country, a rolling restart of the country, just doing it as smartly as possible. We don't want to take any chances. Let's put the Jersey map up, John. Like I said, New Jersey, 68,824 cases, 2,805 deaths. Unfortunate, but again, you see how the Jersey map is there. There's a lot of red when you're getting into Hudson, Essex, and Bergen County. But once you start getting away from there, it starts to tail off. Jersey is probably, if you're going to restart the states and the economy, actually, Jersey and New York are probably going to be the last to join. But we can start rolling the other states, start rolling them to a rolling open and get the economy going, get people back to work. You can't, listen, we'll go into the depression if we stay closed too long, but you just can't open. You got to do it smartly. New Jersey and New York, they're going to need some time. Hudson County, we had 8,242 cases. Ocean County, where our other studio is 3,833. Bergen County, 10,426. My city, Jersey City, we had 2,817 cases. That's 143 new cases as of yesterday. We have suffered 137 deaths. Actually, that's one less than we had yesterday. For some reason, we had a number of 138 people passed on in Jersey City. Again, if you're looking at the stats, the average age of somebody who passed away in Jersey City is 66. The average age of who is getting the coronavirus the most is from 30 to 60. 75% of the people who passed away are male. You know, if you're elderly, we got to keep you isolated. For that matter, Mayor Fulop, I'll get into that as we go on. He's about to go into the nursing homes. What do I want to look at? I want to put up New York's map now, John. New York City has 110,465 cases. They have suffered 7,690 deaths. The state of New York itself has 202,208 cases. Statewide, 10,834 people have passed on. Now, let's look at the state of New York's map. There you are. Big state. Everybody just thinks about New York City when we talk about New York State. That's it. Once you get out of New York City and Long Island, you're pretty clear. So you can reopen most of the state in New York. New Jersey, you're going to have to stay away from the northern sections for a while. We could probably start doing some rolling opens down in South Jersey. But that's an indicator right there with New York. New York City is the epicenter. And someday, somebody is going to go, we're going to study this for years and figure out how this happened, how New York City became the epicenter. We know that the virus started in Wuhan, where now there's debate. And I tell you what, I don't believe it's from the wet markets myself. I think it was some testing that went bad in China, but we're never going to get reliable numbers from China. That's why it is so vital that we start bringing back manufacturing to the United States. Of course, the PPE, ventilators, those things, vital manufacturing has to be done here. We can't have China have a chokehold on us with equipment and the needs. This we need to bring back. We have the building, we have the warehouses and the factories to do this. We lost all these jobs over the last 20, 30 years. Time we bring them back, do whatever we have to do economically to attract them back here. And, you know, yeah, I hate to say we don't mind paying a little bit more for Made in America, as everybody wants to save a buck, but these are the things that have to be done. We need to bring the vital manufacturing back to the United States, like oil. You know, back in the 70s and 80s, 90s, we were relying on the oil. The Saudis had us. Now we're the largest producer of oil. You can't hold oil over our heads anymore. Same thing we need to do with vital manufacturing. Mayor Fulop is going into all the nursing homes now. He is going to conduct the COVID-19 testing. There's been a lot of secrecy, questionable if we're getting accurate numbers out of the nursing homes. Mayor Fulop is no longer going to wait for those numbers. He's going to go out and find out for himself. That is starting today. Kudos to Mayor Fulop. Toms River, you're going to start seeing this a lot. They have furloughed 60 employees. In other words, they've laid them off. confidential aides, blue collar, white collar. They ran the gambit. Mo Hill down there, the new mayor, he's going to have to make some cuts. And you're going to start seeing that happen with other municipalities. Because even if we were to start a rolling reopen of the states tomorrow, it's going to take a while. But if it ever comes back, they always say the new normal, we may be living in a new normal. I'm going to tell you now, we're going to have some real tax increases coming up when we get out of this, if we ever get out of this. We need to start planning how we reopen New Jersey and Jersey City and Toms River. We have to figure out how we can promote those businesses to get them in. I've been kicking around the idea, I've been texting with the Mayor Fulop and Mo Hill. Maybe what we do, since we have the ability to broadcast live here on our streaming networks, live stream, YouTube, Facebook, and Comcast, and we can switch back and forth. You know, it's fairly sophisticated here, unlike a Zoom thing. Maybe what we'll do is we start it, and we'll get a bunch of volunteers with cameras or smartphones or whatever, and we'll start canvassing these various cities, and we'll start promoting what's open, the restaurants, the stores, but we really have to start putting that together so when the time comes, we're ready to help small business get back in business. But I'm a small business guy here. I'm filling out my paperwork for the payroll protection. Any small business watching, you don't want to get caught holding a loan. The only thing you want to fill out is something that can be forgiven, because we don't know where our businesses are going to be. Small business, it's going to be a real crapshoot right now. Who comes back, who doesn't come back? And I'm telling you now, a lot of the small businesses won't be coming back. All right, coronavirus testing centers. Go to your local municipality, check their website, check the county website, check the state. There are, I believe, 67 of them now throughout the state. Of course, your coronavirus symptoms, you got the runny nose, you got sore throat, you got the cough, you got a fever, difficulty breathing, a loss of appetite, loss of taste and smell. And if you're a type A, take extra precautions. You may be really susceptible to COVID-19. Clean your hands. Don't touch your face. Wear the gloves. Wear the mask. If you can't wear the mask, make one yourself. I made one out of shop towels and elastic. Works pretty good. Social distancing. Probably social media distancing wouldn't hurt either. Keep the 6 to 8 feet distance. And when you're disposing of the mask and the glove, just don't throw them in the street or in the parking lot. Throw them in a receptacle. Don't get anybody else sick. Listen, that's it for today. You stay healthy. You be good. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Good night.